When I was a young kid, I always thought guitar was cool. You know, I grew up just like every other kid in Lubbock, Texas. I had parents that let me listen to some of their rock and roll CDs and some of their country CDs and stuff, and I would listen to them and I thought, man, what is that cool noise? What is that? I was about 7 or so, somewhere in there, maybe 6, and I asked for Christmas for a black electric guitar, and my parents got me this like, it was a Harmony is what it was. It was from like Sears or something, you know, and that was my first electric guitar, and that's what made me start going. But it wasn't until I was about 5th or 6th grade, somewhere in that range, when my mom took me to a ZZ Top and a Jackal concert, which I thought was pretty cool. And I got to see it up close in action, and then she would buy me, you know, CDs of what was cool. And she would give me these awesome rock and roll CDs that I would listen to, and I would think, man, that's an awesome sound. How do I get a guitar to sound like that? I was in a band with Josh Wilson called Remnant when we were in high school, in junior high. We used to play around, and you know, we played at our church, we played wherever we could around Lubbock, and then when we were in high school we actually did some touring. That was kind of fun. I had a lot of fun with the rock and roll thing and touring and playing all that, but it's exhausting. It really is, because you don't get to play as much as you think you do, because you set up and all that stuff, and you get to play maybe an hour before you play, and then the 2 hours you're on stage or whatever. And that's cool, but that, you know, that wasn't enough for me. I wanted to play the guitar 8 hours a day, and I wanted to go home and see my kids. I don't have to get on a bus with stinky dudes at the end of the day. I go home to my beautiful wife and my kids, and I get to play with them and be a father.
Does that make sense? So you add that. Now,
I've been teaching guitar for almost 11 and a half years or 12 years now, somewhere in that range. I've enjoyed every second of it. It's awesome. It really is. Like I said, I don't work. I just play guitar all day. It's really cool.
Those are descending thirds. It's awesome.
It started with my wife. She started going on a mission trip to Haiti a year ago on spring break with, the place is called New Vision Ministries, and its home base is in Haiti. She went just on a leap of faith to try it and felt like it was something that she was called to do. She came back and she got off the plane, she had this look on her face, and I knew it was either, you know, we're moving to Haiti or, you know, we're gonna adopt some kids or something. We kind of thought about it and prayed about it, and I had never been, I had no idea what to expect, you know. I mean, it was just one of those things that it was just kind of dropped on us, and it was one of those moments where, you know, I really kind of thought about it for months and meditated on it and really prayed and tried to figure it out. I went in December last year in 2011 and met the 2 little girls that she had met, and you know, instantly it was like this bond. You just feel it, and you know, I knew, and so did my wife, of course, that, you know, these are supposed to be possibly our kids. My boys, they kind of, we've talked about it so much for so long now that they're kind of expecting and feeling that, and we just try to make sure that they understand the process of it. It's in their prayers, it's in our prayers, and we just try to keep them as informed as possible.